We're just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stuttering Craig.
Whoa! Right on the tip. Just on the tip.
And Blabs. Co-hosted by our friends from around the internet.
There is a portion of Norway where it is legally required to carry a firearm at all times.
If you're just a normal man looking for common sense in this crazy-ass world, you've come to the right place. And now, broadcasting from our homes from around the internet, it's time for Side Scrollers.
Okay, you ready? Open wide!
Oh, welcome out to Side Scrollers on YouTube.com and Rumble.com, and most importantly, SidescrollersPlus.com. Stop the music, Phoenix! Stop it! Can you stop the music? Let's get Blabs in here. Blabs, how are you?
I guess that's a no. So anyway, hi, hello.
Listen, Blabs, the only reason why I wanted to bring you in this quickly, this fast, is to recognize that our guest today has a birthday.
Hatching day.
Celebrating today. Ladies and gentlemen, mostly gentlemen, put your hands together. From the other side of the world, turning 52 years old today.
Yay!
It's Art.
Happy birthday to you.
This is why I don't like telling people about
Yay! Dude, I still don't believe you say you're 52. You even said biologically you feel 52 and spiritually you're 52, but I think you're like 38.
I'm 52. In
I know.
soul, body, spirit, all of these things.
Mind.
This is why I don't like telling people things. This is great. Thank you, Arch. Well, look, we're very glad you're with us today. And listen, I want to tell you this right now. It's going to be a big old birthday celebration for Arch. It's going to be a good one today. That's right. Well, look, in addition to Arch, on your wonderful birthday, before I get into the rundown of the show today, Arch, please, in your wisest of words, provide us with a brief speech for the audience so everybody can feel good about themselves and you can uplift everybody. Go ahead.
Now you're putting me on the spot.
Well, you are 52 today, Arch.
Well, when you reach the ripe old age of 52, you realize that only a few things matter in life. A good bowel movement, and that's about it.
Oh, that's good. That's it. Well,
Eat your breakfast.
get that fiber, kids. There we are. So you're saying you're struggling with the fiber over there in the Norway, huh?
Well, at least we have fiber, unlike you Americans who just eat manufactured meat patties created from insects and or Chinese slave labor.
I do not.
I like the idea of Chinese slave labor putting together meat patties for Americans.
Shout out Uyghurs, I guess.
Wow, what, Blabs?
I said shout out the Uyghurs.
Let's go. Thank you, Blabs. Appreciate that. Always wonderful. Feeling a little under the weather today, but still powering through because, hey, it's Wednesday, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
It's Phoenix. Hi, Phoenix.
What's up, my nanners with an A? How y'all doing?
Hi.
Glad you're
That
with
is my
us, Phoenix.
favorite. Craig, you came up with a word that I just love. I know you guys don't, but when you said nanners for tits, I just clung on to that with dear life.
Oh, good. Thank you. I'm glad.
I prefer honkers. It's funny.
Arch,
like
do you have
honkers, too.
honkers? Yeah. You know, I will say this. I used to be pretty creative with some scripts. We did a top 10 boobies script in video games, like, I don't know, 15 years ago or so. Maybe 20 years ago. I don't even know how long it's been. But I went out of my way to come up with as many creative words to where we didn't replicate the word boob, or a word for boob, twice in the script. It was pretty impressive.
So somewhere out there's like a Word document of just a bunch of words for boobs.
Yes, Blabs, search
Why
it right
didn't you
now.
ever share it?
The holy
Well, no,
grail.
I'm just saying, Blabs, you can literally search for that right now. Alternate words for boobs. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
but like this one is yours. Your list.
I mean, we could
You
watch
want me to look it up right now? Alternate words for boobs. I like how the first subsection was beautiful. Breast, chest, bosom, bust, and front. That's a bit lackluster. Your front is showing.
I agree. I think those are all
Ooh,
relatively
bazooms! Oh, I like that one. Bazooms, boobs, boobies, jugs, melons, fun bags, headlights, like a deer, assets, bangers, bazongas, chebs, or Doug.
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 You just get Doug, a vulgar slanger term. Oh no.
Got a
Anyway.
great pair
Doug's
of
are on
Dougs.
display.
Oh Lord. Do you want to I had the video pulled up. Do
Let's hear it.
you want to watch some of it?
Yeah,
It's
this
only
would be
6
great
minutes
wisdom
long.
for Arch on his
Yeah.
52nd birthday.
I mean, why not? I guess why not just do this? We can see what happens here. Well, look, before we get into watching the top 10 boobies video from this looks like this is from February 20th, 2007. So
Wow.
this is 18 years old, right?
I was like almost 11.
Yeah. Well, look, we before we get into that and watching the top 10 boobies in video games, apparently, which is what I did. I want to remind you guys today, after the show, coming up at, in about 3 hours from now or so. Yes, that's what Snoopy tells me. 3 hours from now, I will be playing Grandpa High on Retro. Apparently, it's the game of the year, super meme game. Looking forward to checking this thing out. I have it downloaded, ready to roll. So you'll be able to find me over at sidescrollersplus.com. You can join us over there for as little as $1. Use promo code DOLLAR and join us, which will be great. I would love to see you guys there. We're closing in on 1,000 members over there. Will it be you? Well, we don't know until you hop in and join us over there. So you can make a free account, and then if you are so inclined, join us using that promo code $. Speaking of Plus, we also added a new feature, a new partner to the to our program. Eric from Yumi in the Movies has joined us as well. So we're going to be doing all sorts of movie stuff over there. Looking forward to that. And one final thing. Coming up on Friday, we're going to be announcing our next big premium event. So that'll be on Friday. We'll announce that. We'll give you guys a date, give you guys a topic, and maybe even give you guys a competitor or two. So should be a great time. Looking forward to that. So yeah, right off the bat, I have this on the run sheet that says, would Arch try this? How about we get to that in just a minute? Does that sound good? And how about this? We'll do top 10 boobies here in a minute as well, because we always like to start the show with Today in Gaming History. So Blabs, please fill us in.
Well, I don't even know anymore, but actually, it is July 30th, so...
Yeah, July 30th. You know, I just reminded. It's a good reminder. Tomorrow's my anniversary with my wife.
Oh, happy anniversary.
Oh, thanks.
How many years?
16, 17, 16.
Very impressive.
You got this, dog.
Yeah.
You're good.
You can do this. Just don't mix it up in front of her, and you'll be fine.
16 or so. Let's see.
Anyway.
Yeah. So go ahead.
Yeah, Phoenix. Okay. So I can't do anything. July 30th, everybody. Solomon's Key was released in Japan in 1986. Jurassic Park on the Game Gear was released in 1993. And then Fat Princess was released in 2009.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, Craig actually knows about Fat Princess, don't you?
Fat Princess was actually a very big indie title in 2009. It was a very big deal. A lot of people talked about it. People really enjoyed the game, but now it would be Body Positivity Princess, which was very unfortunate.
BMI Princess.
That's right. But yeah, so not bad today. Fat Princess notable. Jurassic Park on the Game Gear, it was a game.
Yeah, but T-Rex.
Yes, it had Jurassic Park in it, which we
Good
know you're
point,
very
Blabs.
excited about that.
Yeah,
That's
well,
right.
it's apparently like tie-in. There's going to be some type of announcement, I think, later today for Jurassic World Evolution 3. So, woohoo!
Woo woo. Some noticeable games that you missed today, Blabs, include
course.
Aerobiz, which was a airline or airport simulator back in 1992. People hey, listen, there's Power Wash Simulator, Blabs. People
but
are into this. Yeah,
that's cleaning. The hell do you do at Aerobiz?
you run an airport business, an airline business.
So it's like a tycoon simulator.
Yeah, you are an airport tycoon, I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
King of Fighters 96 released 29 years ago in 1996, right there. Star Ocean, the second story.
Wait,
for
we're passing
PlayStation's-
Bakuso Kyoden Let's and Go Eternal Wings. It's a hell
Yeah, I
of a
don't know
do
title.
you have that, Phoenix?
I have no idea what that is.
I thought you were about to pull it out and be like, "What do you mean? Look." Also, side note, did anyone else notice that Phoenix has Sydney Sweeney behind him?
I do. I don't follow that.
Look at that. Nice. There you go. Good for you. Put up new posters, aren't you, Phoenix? That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
That's
I've been getting around. Yeah.
That's good. Alien vs. Predator Extinction, 22 years ago for the Xbox. Mario Strikers Charged for the Wii, Blabs. I'm sure you played a ton of that.
I never played it.
Oh, okay. You didn't play an actual video game. Cloudberry Kingdom.
Predator. That was a really cool idea that never really went anywhere, because the idea of that kind of asynchronous multiplayer with very different factions, very cool, but
the Alien vs. Predator idea has always been very cool. Always. I don't know if it's been really executed as well as people hoped it would be. So,
no.
Yeah,
Whether
the
it's
idea is
movies,
always
games,
better than the
whatever.
execution.
Right. Cloudberry Kingdom was released for the PlayStation 3. That was a pretty big game, if I recall, 12 years ago, 2013. And there we go. Hollow's Hanafuda is released today. So there we go. For PC, you can pick that up.
Yeah, Blabs, I think you did it right.
Yeah, not bad today. You get the Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer for the 3DS. Blabs
Okay.
over here. You're looking to go find that at your local game store here very quickly, which is great. Right off the bat, Marksman says, "Where is Shalom Bat? Bring us funny wombat." I don't know. I don't know
Shalom Bat. We missed Shalom Bat from last Wednesday.
Shalom
He was
Bat.
a good bat.
Okay. Salaful Cool Ranch Dorito says, "I heard Guam might be underwater soon. Stay safe, Labs."
Yes.
Are you in danger in Guam?
You're taking this really well.
I am taking this super well.
Yeah, for your home being destroyed, Blabs, you're in pretty good shape. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
All right.
absolutely.
And what you missed says there should be a pony-themed birthday for Arch.
Yeah,
should
did
be.
you get anything like My Little Pony related? I wanted to ask.
No, but I received a muffin from my mother.
That's sweet. It's very nice.
How old's your
Very
mom?
nice.
How old's your mom?
Infinity.
See, I was trying to poke and prod right there to see what Arch's real age is. He's like, nope, she's infinity years old, which is good.
She lives forever.
Hey, you got a mommy muffin over there. Thank you very much there.
I don't think you should say those words together.
Yeah, I don't think you should say those words together either.
Wow, do you know what you just said?
No, I don't. What's that?
Arch, this one's on you, man.
No.
What does that mean?
Let's move on.
No, tell me, Blabs. Go ahead.
What is a muffin? In slang, Craig.
I know muffin tops.
Oh,
What
you
is-
sweet summer
a
child!
A butt?
No!
Mommy muffin. Let's find out what. Let's flip the table here. Mommy muffin. Mommy muffins. A wonderful portable snack food. That's
Yeah,
exactly
it
what
is.
I thought. Let's see.
That is partially true.
Urban Dictionary. Let's find out. Urban Dictionary. Never heard of this before. I have egg mom muffin.
No, just look up muffin in Urban Dictionary. How is it you don't know this one?
Muffin in Urban Dictionary. Oh, apparently a girl's vagina.
Yeah. So when you say mommy vagina,
Oh
That's
wow,
kinda weird.
This is interesting. I didn't know that there were different kinds, like blueberry. Apparently,
oh,
this sounds horrible. Thank you for sharing their Urban Dictionary.
never put mommy muffin in the same sentence together,
Okay,
please.
now
thank
we
you.
know. Now we know. I'll never do that again. And thank you for pointing that out to me. That's wonderful. Tenarian came in, says our national holiday yesterday celebrated the Norwegian king, and now you guys are too. Any excuse for me to look at young ladies in traditional national dresses and boost my patriotism? Tenarian, congratulations. Yes, we are celebrating the Norwegian king today, Arch, which is just great. Look at this. Hey, it looks like our notifications are working, which is great.
They
Gear says
are.
Montez ×2. Remember what Anonymous said to Sony after rejecting GeoHots? We are Legion. That goes to Collective Shout for killing the oldest Japanese 3D eroge developer who dissolved in 2003. Wow. And happy birthday, Arch. Well, Gear, thank you very much for that. That's wonderful. And yeah, this Collective Shout, they're causing all sorts of chaos within the industry right now. Did you guys want to watch the top 10 boobies and hear all the different ways?
Why do we?
Of course.
Yeah, boy, howdy.
All right. This is 5 minutes and 51 seconds long, filled with, I'm sure, 2009 humor, which, you know, hey, it is what it is. But let's just go ahead and enjoy it. So I'm ready to go over here, Phoenix, whenever you're ready. Let's and Blabs, you just let me know whenever you want me to stop.
Okay.
Okay, sounds good. And Arch, same to you. Notice a 4x3.
If there's one thing gamers love more than games, it's those tantalizing tatas. And publishers have noticed, combining the games and the gazongas.
There's no escaping it. Hooters are everywhere. So we've taken a close look and completed the 10 best. It doesn't matter if the game sucked. It's all about the hoo-has.
You're muted, Craig, but I'm counting every single time you're saying a different booby.
You're keeping track?
I think that was 4.
Okay, you probably need to get a sheet, okay?
Oh,
I'm just saying.
I'll just do a tally.
Yeah, definitely
Okay.
a tally sheet for sure.
I'll build a
That's
counter in the future. This is critical.
Okay, sounds this is
Booby count.
yes. All right, so we're at 4 right now.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
So get out your tube socks and tissues. This could get messy. This is Stuttering Craig.
And Handsome Tom.
For Screw Attack's top 10 boobies in video games. Back in ancient Greece, it seemed like everybody had their shirt off, even chicks.
In God of War, Kratos had some bad visions, but no vision better than the 2 naked chicks in his bed. What's better than a set of bongos? 2 sets of bongos.
It's awesome. Before he went out to kick some ass, he pushed the right buttons and got some ass.
Don't go yet.
Blood Rain. If the lead character was a guy, this game would have sucked even more. Her boobs are the only quality feature about it.
Big Mama.
You can turn this blood-sucking vampire into a naughty little schoolgirl. And if that's not good enough for you, well, just open up your cheat menu, and you've got Juggy mode.
Nothing says power like going from B's to D's with the press of a button.
Arch, do we?
Also,
what's that?
I must defend the honor of Blood Rain here. It wasn't that bad.
Well,
It was pretty bad, but was it that bad?
the ability to toggle from B's to D's was paramount in that game. That was a very big deal. And you could tell just from the first 90 seconds of this video that the video game industry has changed dramatically over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, today you'd be you wouldn't enter a cheat code. You'd enter a credit card number if there was even the option.
Right.
Don't freak out, you pervs. We're not talking about a little girl. We're talking about these.
Stretch Panic is a crazy-ass game that has some of the most Herculean polygon pillows ever to grace a game. How do you stop them? By yanking the yabos with your magic scarf.
Yeah, it's pretty weird, but it's always fun seeing your opponent float away because their giant Hindenburgs turned into a helicopter.
She can kill you 100 different ways. After all, Nina is the ultimate assassin. Now, how do we know this? Because it says so. And a video game wouldn't lie to us.
That's right, but there's no line about Nina's boobies. She's got a rack that'll knock your face off.
Crotch shot.
What are we at right now, Blabs?
So we are at 5, 10, 14 references to tits.
Sounds good. In references, how many different words have we used? Are we?
I'd probably say about 12.
Okay, yeah.
I think
we're
you
doing,
said boobs once or twice.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good here. For those of you just joining us, we're celebrating Arch's birthday apparently
By watching boobies.
By watching the top 10 video game boobs from 2007 that we did in Screw Attack. So this is almost 20 years old. But hey, it's an oldie buddy goodie. And this one did millions and millions of views back then. It was quite the viral sensation. So here we go.
What do you get when you add Triple H and a Playboy bunny?
I don't know.
A completely average game.
Sorry, Phoenix.
Curse you.
Okay. Well, if you're looking for some love muffins, the Rumble Roses girls have them. And if you
Love muffins. Now that
I'll
word
take
has
some
different,
mom muffins. That's what I want.
different meanings now, apparently, right? I just learned that. That's messed up.
Yeah,
Sorry.
now you're saying love vagina.
I didn't. That's not what I meant back in 2007. Blabs.
don't like them, change them. Craig, what boob percentage do you like?
I like mine at 100%. Big boobies.
Proof that you can make an entire franchise based off a rack, Laura Croft captured young geeks' imaginations with her terrific twosome.
Sure, her games are good, but it doesn't really hurt when you're staring at a perfect polygon pair that's inspired more boob jobs than Bob Barker's inspired neutered pets. Does it?
Further proving my point that it doesn't get much better than guns and boobies.
Man, how that has fallen. How that has changed so much.
You're not allowed to enjoy the boobs.
No. That's crazy. I saw actually a post today from Melanie talking about that. The change in her. It's insane. I'll pull it up in a second.
DOA is a great fighting series. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
That's correct. No buts because everyone's looking at their honkers.
DOA took titskis in gaming and brought them to a whole new level with the bouncy boob option. Something that hadn't been done up to that point.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
If you think that's ridiculous, look at this. DOA's bouncing boobs were so popular, Team Ninja created a spin-off and the most satisfying game of Spanktervision this side of Night Trap.
The characters don't speak English, and that's kind of hot. But let's be honest, people don't really play this game to listen to the girls or play volleyball.
Hey, it plays well, but the main reason you picked it up was for the cutscenes of the Snuggle Pups and to file things away for those long, lonely nights. Oh, dear God.
Art, what do you think of our video so far?
It's kind of like an insane look back in time, isn't it?
Right, isn't it? It really is.
Like, that was a sales point back in the day. Like, hey, fellow gamers, we've made a bunch of Japanese anime girls that bounce around on the beach, and we expect you to buy it. Hell, we don't even expect it to be a backlash to you buying it.
And you know what? It killed back then.
Yep.
It was
enormous. We're still making those games today somehow.
Yeah, it's spectacular. Well, that was only number 3 on the list. I don't even remember what number 2 and 1 are. So let's find out.
I'm going to go on record and say this is the only game in history that combines golf and motorboating lesbians.
Peekaboo, I see 2.
Why do I want to take up golfing all of a sudden? No need to have adjustable A cups here. They're already double Ds when you hit the green.
I guess the goal in Outlaw Golf was to make the jugs so giant that they take your attention away from the old men in Speedos in the background.
And what my
Okay, I want to actually talk about this game because I saw a video about this game yesterday. But let's go and play this. Are you familiar with the guy game, Blabs?
This is the one that got banned, right?
Yeah, it's been banned. Yeah.
Because it's underage.
There's one. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's actually talk about this.
be the worst game in history, it also had the best breast. Why? Because they took drunk ass chicks and got them topless.
2, 3.
What's wrong with you? Don't you want to see titties?
Yes. And what was billed as the ultimate party game for dudes, it's actually a game for washed up World of Warcraft players with no friends and an immense knowledge of useless trivia.
The correct answer is an Oedipus complex.
So give it up for the guy game, the only best list it'll ever top. And it has nothing to do with the game itself.
Yeah, you've reached the sorted chubby level.
So there you go. There was the list from 2007. I saw. We can talk about the guy game thing. Do you guys know about the guy game controversy? Because I didn't know about this till recently.
It was they accidentally got an underage chick to flash, and that's why they scrubbed it.
So I was watching a video about this from a guy named Moriarty, and he did like a 20-something minute essay about this game. And I literally was watching it yesterday. I like his channel, and it's really ironic how this all kind of came together. But yeah, so this girl used a fake ID when they were filming the whole thing, and turns out she was 17, and she ended up suing the developer because she lied. And ultimately they were settled out of court. And the guy who developed that game had been like a long time industry like veteran, and he just like quit. And apparently he's just like he was one of the original founders of Retro Studios. He was big. He helped develop Turok, Dinosaur Hunter, like a number of different games that were like pretty prominent in that during that time period. And the guy game just essentially just screwed his entire career. But
she lied and then sued him after lying?
Yeah.
How's that a case?
So apparently she didn't know they were going to make a video game out of it. And they thought it was just like she thought it was like a one-time deal, like game they were playing, because they paid them like $20 to be a part of it. And but yeah.
But then I would imagine they had to sign what they were. I mean, you have to they sign a release.
They did, but the argument was that she was a minor and that she couldn't have engaged in a legal contract. So, yeah, man, messy stuff right there. Anyways, fun look back down memory lane, and it's amazing to see how much the industry has changed in in about 15 or so years since that video was released. Because it was definitely I mean, that was the standard, that was the norm, and honestly, the industry was it catered to the male audience, and now it caters to the modern audience.
Do you ever feel retarded? Do you ever feel retarded? Like that's. I'll speak for myself. That I just hate that stuff works on me. Like, like I've always hated. Like, yeah. Damn it. That actually now I kind of want to play that.
Okay, so I tweeted about this the other day. If you really like think about this, if you just go back, pretty much 99% of the world's problems or drama, it goes back to two things: money or sex. That's really what it comes down to. In this case, that's one of them: sex, right, and money. And in this situation with the guy game, But the industry is, that it's amazing how that works out. So, anyways, Arch, what do you think of the list from 2009?
Well, I now feel that I need to illuminate you of something here. And that is the Norwegian word for nipple, which is chest wart.
Oh, no. Don't ever call them that, ever.
They're chest warts, Blab. Chest warts.
No.
Chest
Eradicate that one. No.
Yep.
No.
You wouldn't like it if a guy said you have a great pair of chest warts.
God, no.
Yep. They're the same as warts, okay? They get hard, nibbly. Sometimes hairs grow out of them. It's pretty disgusting when you think about it.
So anyway, I counted. There was like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 33 at least references to boobs in the video. There you go.
I think that's pretty good for 10. There's about three per entry.
Yeah.
Not bad. Pretty good ratio right there. Joey said, "Hey, who here saw Ozzy's funeral earlier today?" Blabs, you saw it, right?
Nope. I just saw a photo. It was Phoenix.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of the video. They had but it seemed like they closed off a huge street, and they had it. It almost looked like a parade of him coming down with arguably the worst marching band in front of the car I've ever heard. It's comical how bad they sounded. It sounded like a middle school band playing like Iron Man, one of his classic songs.
It's probably, I think it might have been somebody related or whatever in that band, that maybe they did some sort of tribute with their school. At least I would hope so. Why would you get like a shitty ass band with no relation?
Well, you could see that they wanted to, like the audience didn't understand what they were playing, and then finally you got some semblance of the song. They're like, oh, okay, that's Iron Man. We like that. So it was that bad.
Yikes.
Bike Short says, "It's true. The Japanese girls' voices are always hotter than English." Thank you, Bike Shorts. And Night Saber says, "Wars are fought over women. Women can end wars." Thank you, Night Saber.
With those chest
All
words.
Right. Just.
No, let's not say that again. Thank you.
Oh, my God.
It's worse than Craig's mommy muffin.
Well, that was unintentional right there. That was ridiculous.
Learned so many words today.
Oh, my God, you sure are. All right. Look, we do have a big show lined up for you guys. We're going to be getting into, just stick around. We're getting into this Joey Swoll thing with Hulk Hogan and all the nonsense attached to that. We have a brand new show, Arch, which I'm sure you're going to be very excited to check out very, very soon. Coming very, very soon from one of the creators of The Matrix. Look forward to sharing that with you, Arch. You're going to be very excited about that. We have an update.
Yeah, persons that are women now?
Perhaps.
Maybe.
Less excited.
Yeah. And Matt Hatter just came up with the 10, says, if they're called chest warts, do you put iodine on them to freeze them off? Gross, Matt Hatter. All right. By the way, just for you guys, I'm not getting that event on my back end over here. So.
Oh, neither am I. I think it broke again.
It borked again. That's okay.
I got some plus tips real fast to read. Aramis for one says, happy birthday to the man who's got everything together. Here's to another of absolute tomfoolery. Also, Craig, watch the ankle, bud. Hail Phoenix and hey, Blabs. Hi. And then Aramis also sent a one saying, congratulations on your anniversary, Craig. If it's 16th, I think it's peridot stone. May it continue to flourish. Peridot? Anyway, a stone.
The 16th is you go out to dinner. That's what
it
is.
Way to go, Stud.
You go to dinner. All right, friends, let's get to it. It's time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It's time for Hard News. Hard News. In our attempt to expose Arch to the horrible, horrible ways of eating like an American, we have a new product, Arch, which has just been announced, which I can't wait to share with you. First and foremost, your thoughts on the Oreo cookie, Arch.
I think we have those here. I saw a commercial for them the other day.
Mm-hmm. You saw a commercial for them?
Yeah, like white stuff and milk or something. I don't know. I hate cookies.
Okay. What about the Reese's peanut butter cup? You ever had a Reese's peanut butter cup before?
No, we don't have peanut butter over here.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. You don't do peanut butter.
You guys are weird.
That's right. Well, maybe you'd be interested in potentially the Oreo Reese's peanut butter. I think this would, I think a lot of people would be intrigued by this. The Reese's Oreo here with the Reese's peanut butter cream. By the way, it doesn't say peanut butter. It says Reese's peanut buttery cream, which I think needs to be pointed out. Yes. With Oreo cookie crumbs. So Arch, your first thoughts on this one right here?
Well, considering that my official collaboration with McDonald's also boasts my own special extra creamy sauce, I like the idea of the yellow cream in the center, but at the same time, I don't know if I'd voluntarily eat it myself, because that's just kind of disgusting, really.
See, I'm on board with this one right here. I think this is a good collaboration. Peanut butter and chocolate usually are a pretty good mix right here. Phoenix, your thoughts on the Reese's Oreo?
I love this. This is what I've been waiting for a very long time. Obviously, I don't have a lot going on in my life that this is very exciting, but I am very excited right now.
That's right. Blabs?
So actually, I've been eating peanut butter and like Nutella or the alternative to Nutella since I was a child, to the fact where people would actually make fun of me in like first grade and all that because it wasn't a thing yet. So my mom's from Italy, obviously she knew Nutella and the other brands there. So I would have Nutella and peanut butter for like a sandwich at school, and I would get bullied. And now look, everyone's like, oh, chocolate and peanut butter. I'm like, trendsetter. So yes, I'm actually very interested in this, and I do want to try it.
Did you just call yourself a trendsetter, Blabs?
Yeah, that's right, because I got bullied in elementary school for eating Nutella and peanut butter.
Okay, hold on. So for you to be a trendsetter in this situation, someone from your class would have had to been like
yeah, well, that didn't happen until like 2 decades later.
Right. So what I'm saying is somebody would have to bully you, and then like one random day, as an executive
it happened
at Oreos
just 2 decades
Reese's.
Later. I'm still. Let me have my thing, okay? Justice. Vengeance is mine. It's fine.
No, you don't get that. But
yeah,
there is one more thing. Also, this is a crossover that goes both ways right here. As apparently we're doing Oreos inside of the Reese's now. So
Kind of want to try that too.
We do love our heart attacks. We
When is this out? Is this out like sometime in the next month? That
So listen, I don't know. I don't know when this comes out, but I know the countdown has begun. Arch, I'm sorry. This is why all Americans are fat.
I mean, I'll have a bite. I'm not going to buy a whole bunch of these to get fat.
Pre-sales begin, Blabs, August 18th at the Hershey store. So you got to go to the Hershey
in Pennsylvania?
store.
Or like
But you
anywhere.
have hold on. Oreo's website opening early access signups.
Yeah,
starting
today.
July 3rd. All right.
Oh, September.
Access.
Yes.
Now that is classic American though. Early access signups
For
to the
food.
diabetes cookies.
Correct.
Sugarfoot.
You've got to get in queue for these. There's so many fat Americans ahead of you that you've got to line up.
Yeah, it's funny because it's true.
We're lining up for the Sugarfoot. I'm for it.
That's right. Oh my God, I can't wait to just
Yeah.
dive headfirst into that. God, it's ridiculous.
See, we should all try it on stream someday, or like on Plus or whatever. We all just go. We'll go.
In early September, yeah. Maybe we can ship some over to Arch and see how he.
Yeah, and Arch can participate and throw up probably, or maybe he'll love it and be like,
He'll do
like
what?
Gollum.
I don't know about that.
I'm not doing that again. I feel like that might be problematic.
Okay.
Listen here, you mommy muffin.
Maybe that's the way I call you guys pussies from here on out. You mommy muffin. Hey, stop being such a mommy muffin, all right? Get over it. Blabs, why don't you go to Olive Garden? Stop being a mommy muffin and get over it, all right? All right. I'll tell you, I'm going to hold on to this thing for you, Blabs, for tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
Because it ties on to stuff. I did want to touch on this really fast. Aramis was like, hey, watch out for your ankle, Craig, right? So for those of you who don't know, I've been dealing with a busted ankle for the better part of about 4 months. Back at the end of March, I busted my ankle pretty good, and I held off on surgery until after July 4th because we always do a big July 4th shindig, and I wanted to be able to be up and around and moving because it kind of healed a little bit, but I did need to have surgery. I had a fractured tip of the bone and 2 torn ligaments, or like, I don't know, busted ligaments in my ankle. So I went in and got it fixed, and I got the bill for it yesterday. So Arch, before we share this, Phoenix, Arch, any guess? I don't know if you saw it or not, but do you have a guess on how much a 90-minute surgery to fix my ankle in America cost?
90 minutes is quite a bit. Okay, right. To slightly extend this question beyond the immediately reasonable of just making a wild guess, because I can never do anything without expanding upon it.
Yes.
I am defined by my vociferousness, as demonstrated by the fact that I'm making a meal out of explaining that I'm making a meal out of the question. Over here, where we have socialized healthcare, right? All that happens is that when the government spends your money for you, it gives even more money to the corporations, rising prices even higher, but the government pays for it, so you don't necessarily care. This drives the price up for everything, to the point now that any sort of medical procedure costs an arm and a leg and a little bit extra. There are single medicines today that cost $1,000 per injection, right?
Wow.
So 90 minutes of surgery is probably like, what, 10 grand at least, I guess?
I'm glad you asked, but you're wildly off. I have a line-by-line breakdown of the $52,000 cost.
Should have not broken your leg.
I regret trying to block his shot.
Yeah.
The guy's shot here. $26,854 to repair the ankle ligament over here. The orthoscopic surgery, $12,431. And so they more or less tightened 2 ligaments in my ankle. Why is one more than the other? Like, legit question. One is $6,482, and the other one is $6,333. I don't know. And then I got some sort of apparently injection of something. I don't even know what this is.
Maybe one ligament's longer than the other, or it took longer.
But I got a 1 milligram injection of this. It was $850 right here. So your super chats are much appreciated today because, insurance and stuff. I did learn that further proof that the insurance industry, yes, please subscribe. The insurance is even more of a scam than I initially thought here in the United States. But this was a very stark reminder that Side Scrollers has about 3 weeks left on it because I have to pay for my ankle. Sorry,
It would
Blabs.
be worse. You could be in Canada.
Oh, yeah? Why is that?
There's the thing, too, though, because at least you got it. In Canada, you'll get it, but it'll take 6 months, and then you'll
I
be
have
told that you
horror
wait another
stories.
6 months.
Yeah.
So I've got lots of horror stories for Canada because I know lots of Canadians. So one person is very much suspected of having a brain tumor in their brain, and their MRI is scheduled for an entire year out.
Oh, my God.
That's insane, isn't it? So, like, the doctors are like, yeah, it's a high possibility you have a tumor in your brain. We'll see you in a year if you're still there. So, yeah. And there's lots of stories like that where, like, people had head injuries, didn't even get MRIs. So these people, like, suffered for concussions, and, like, it was during school. So they had a real big time studying in college because their brain was freaking, had a concussion. Oh, the stories I could tell you, got tons. Crazy. Yeah.
That is one benefit of our socialized healthcare. We at least get it dealt with quickly. So I had a period of really bad back pains, and I must have tweaked something back there, like a muscle or something. And it went on for like a week. And at that point, I'm like, okay, fine, I'll drag my ass to the doctor and see if there's anything actually wrong with me. And I sit there and I explain to this doctor, my back really hurts. And I explain, and he looks at me like, I think your testicles might be about to fall off. All right, elaborate. And he's like, I think you might be testicle cancer. I'm like, okay, I don't see the connection, but you're the professional, so fair enough. And I get scanned for this within 24 hours, because that's how it is in Norway. If there's any suspicion of anything wrong with you whatsoever, like cancer, 24 to 48 hours, and you will see the specialists. And in my case, I just wasted a very nice lady's time by scanning my nuts, apparently.
Shout out.
Fucking back. But that is a good thing about our socialized healthcare.
Well, I would say even in America, you get seen pretty fast in consideration to, like, Italy and Canada and all these other ones. So it can always be worse. That's how I see it. Plus, their healthcare in Canada is not actually free. They're just blind by the taxes they pay.
Same over here. Like, that's why we pay 50% fucking taxes. But if you do get sick, it does get paid, because that injection that Craig got, that's a pain blocker, right? That's one of the things I said. Like, chemicals cost like $1,000 per injection because you basically allow the companies to set their own rates. And it's largely due to countries like Norway and Europe, because nothing spends as easily as other people's money. And so when the government needs to pay for anything, they'll pretty much just pay whatever. And then the prices inflates and inflates and inflates and inflates. And then you end up with today.
You know what the worst part about this was, though? Was before I went into surgery, I said, how much is this going to cost? And they did not give me an answer. I was like, how much? And they're like, well, we'll let the insurance figure that out. It's like, well, you gave me an itemized, you clearly have a pretty good idea of how much it was going to cost. And like, if I go to the store and buy some apples, it says the apple is X amount of dollars. If I go to the store and buy a toilet, I know the toilet is going to be this amount of dollars. If I go to the store and buy whatever, I go and buy some food at a restaurant, I know it's going to be itemized. It's going to tell me exactly how much I spent my money on. Not here when it comes to, doctor's visits. Now, and there's also additional. I spent an hour plus at physical therapy this morning, and I got to pay for that every time I go. Right. So, the costs are just stupid. The American healthcare system is dumb. It's ridiculous. Anyways, I just thought I'd share that fun little thing. $52,000 for a 90-minute surgery look. Hopefully, I'll be able to be in good shape for the rest of my life. Hopefully, but
I mean, like the surgeon, the actual surgery. I get that that's expensive because the surgeon needs to train for this for like fucking 20 years or something. But
Right.
when a shot of painkiller is nearly $1,000 and the screws are a couple grand each, like okay,
Right.
reasonable.
Well, that's the thing with the insurance. Like, if you go out of pocket, it's a dramatically different thing. So, Craig, if you had went there without insurance, you'd actually be able to most likely get that itemized list. So, like, for example, like an X-ray through insurance may cost for real $3,000 to $10,000. Out of pocket, $300. You know, depending on where you live, of course. But it's
Right.
just it's this like symbiotic relationship of the doctors overcharging for the insurance, and the insurance needs that to make their money. It kind of goes. It's the whole system needs to be completely gutted and restarted.
Yep. Well, even on top of that, doctors don't even make decisions anymore. It's like, what does my insurance say? Let's decide from there, right? Instead of the doctor making decisions and the insurance working off of that, no, it's the insurance. They're the doctors now. It's wild. They know shit.
Yeah. I don't have a solution. I think that's the biggest issue is because I believe in capitalism, and that's what we see with the healthcare system. So, like, I'm
Well, it's
not
just corruption at this point.
Yeah, it's straight up, but I'm also not a fan of like, the guys who go, how much money do you really need? It's like, well, if you fucking earn that money and someone's willing to pay that money, then you earn that money, right? Like, I'm not a big fan of like, well, they have too much money. It's like they earn that money. It's up to them. They whatever. So I don't have a solution that fits both sides of my mouth. So
I think the system at its root works. It just has to be take out all that corruption, gut it, and then start over. Because in theory, it does work. And I also, by the way, do want my doctors making a lot of money. I want them chasing money because I want them to be the best of the best instead of just getting lazy and just half-assing things. I want the sociopaths in medicine for me. But yeah, I think it works to an extent, but it's been so much corruption, and I'm hoping that this administration will do something about it. That's like a hope of mine.
Yeah. You guys have a lot to say about this, which is great. Joey says, I only realized that the marching band was playing Crazy Train because the crowd started singing it. The band sounded so bad you couldn't tell.
It's so bad.
Jay says, I'm old enough to remember Tracy Lords did the same thing to adult movie industry. Fake birth certificates. I think she was 14.
Yeah, she was underage.
Whoa, it's messed up. Jonathan says, with one word, Arch dismantled the entire positive image he's built for Norway. No wonder so many people walked away. What was that word?
Was the
again,
word
Arch?
testicle?
No. It was the word for nip.
Don't say it.
Bristvorted.
Which is what in English?
Breastwarts.
Yeah, thank you.
There it is.
Graham says, why not just mix every candy bar / cookie together? Call it who gives a F, you'll eat it, and then F your you fat fucks. Montez,
Yes.
Thank you, Graham.
Well, there are some people who do that. Okay, all right. Serious question time.
Mhm.
Are any
Oh.
of you the kind of person who likes let the ice creams melt like together, like vanilla chocolate, and then you like eat the melted remnants?
Of all the things we talked about, I appreciate that you preface this with, okay, serious question.
Yeah, and it's,
Serious question.
it's very critical, and it sounds like if we answer incorrectly to Arch's opinion, we will be nuked.
Well, I mean,
Yes.
Arch, there is a natural melting and melding period when
Yeah,
you have
it's
multiple
ice
layers of ice
cream.
cream, right?
It's
Now,
literally
It's just a soggy mess. Like it's just melted ice
What are
cream.
you doing?
now.
Put it on your bread or something? What do you mean soggy mess? It's literally ice cream. It's not hard.
Ice cream should be firm. If it's melted, it's wrong.
well,
I feel like there's an innuendo somewhere.
no. But Blabs, you need to remember that in Norway it is cold at all times, so it doesn't
It's
melt.
not
Well, I'm just
that
saying, like,
cold.
it doesn't melt like it does here in Texas. I get some ice cream, and it's 105 degrees outside. It's going to melt, right? But
Yeah.
the melting is considerably slower in Norway. At least that's in my mind what's happening here, because Arch is also wrestling polar bears in his spare time. There's that. So,
Yes.
yeah.
No, melted ice cream is disgusting. People
No,
eat it are weird.
Right, so let me ask you this. So if you have two flavors of ice cream, do you just put them in two separate bowls and just go
Of course.
and you just what?
I wouldn't mix them together to begin with. You eat one flavor at a time.
That's a little weird.
No, that's God damn it.
That's a little weird, bro. Sometimes it's better to keep things inside.
Have you ever had a like a Sunday arch, like a banana split?
No, God help me, no. It's disgusting. Food should not touch. Flavors should not touch.
What are you, 5? Do not touch the peas and the mashed
Do not
potatoes.
Keep separate.
Yo, 90 Dragoons came in and says separate but equal.
Yes, separate but equal.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
Was this always a thing, Arch? Like, are your parents like that too?
No, the exact opposite. That's where
So
I
what
developed my
happened?
disgust of it from.
Where did they go wrong with you?
Like, one of my dad's favorite food is like mackerel in tomato sauce. It's just crushed fish mingled together with tomatoes, and it's one of the most disgusting things that God ever cursed us with.
I don't get it. I don't get what's happening over. That's weird.
Mixing food is terrible. Never do it. You ruin it.
Wait. What? So, like, you're saying you'll never have tomato sauce with a piece of bread?
Tomato sauce on bread is weird.
Huh?
That is really fucking weird. That is really fucking weird.
Bruh, you've never had some really good tomato sauce with probably Parmigiano Reggiano on top of it, shredded and everything. Eat some bread? No, seriously? Like what? Leftover sauce?
No, that's fucking disgusting. No, don't put sauce on your bread, woman. What is wrong with you?
Do you eat pizza?
Well, that's different. And even then, it should still be in separate layers, like ground meat at the top of the bread, then a little bit of tomato sauce, maybe, and then the cheese.
You put ground meat in your pizza?
Of course.
You know, here's the thing. I'm not even gonna like title the show anymore. We have these topics, we have this run sheet. I'm just gonna put side scrollers in the title. So you guys just from here on out, I'm just letting you know, pretty much from now till forever, it's just gonna say side scrollers. And you guys show up and we may talk about things or we may not. I don't even know, because here listen, as Arch said, this is important. All right. This is important information. Right, that we need to talk about.
No, wait. Do you put cheese on your pasta?
No.
But.
All right. I want to know, what is the strangest thing that you like? What would you deem the strangest thing that you eat?
The strangest thing that I eat. I don't eat anything strange. I only eat normal things.
Clearly not. You're not having anything normal. What about, like, do you put peppers with your, I don't know, your sausages or something?
Peppers? No. Sausages are eaten with potatoes.
That's it? What about some onions?
But Arch, do the potatoes touch the sausage?
Preferably not, no.
So they do. You're a hypocrite.
If they're mashed potatoes, they can be placed on top of the sausage, but that's only because they're two relatively solid foodstuffs, because mashed potatoes should basically be like cement.
No.
Yes.
No. I have mashed potatoes in my fridge right now.
Stop. Everyone just please stop.
Wait. What about omelets? What about omelets, Arch? Do you put stuff in your omelets, or you just like make an egg and be like, ta-ta?
The only thing that goes in an omelet is like little bits of bacon, maybe.
You don't put anything else in your omelet? Not even like a cheese omelet, or like onions or peppers, or I don't know.
Peppers? No.
Anything.
Literally anything in your
Commodore fan came in with the 5, says high cost even with insurance is why I wore a knee sleeve for the past 10 years for a partially torn ligament. I'd rather not go bankrupt for minor pain. Hey, thanks, Commodore fan. What a great super chat right there to interrupt omelet talk.
It's weird, dude.
Oh my God.
I want to have a serious conversation with you, Arch, later. We're going to talk about your food habits. It's weird.
I'll
help you. Don't worry.
It's a reoccurring theme here on the show. Edu says, I'd rather wait for free than get it immediately and spend money I don't have or won't possibly ever. I get that. Jiggly Saint says, I busted my ankle worse than Craig on the same day I was prepped for surgery. I had to pay for the walking boot, and that's it. And I'm Canadian.
I think he's Canadian.
Is that like an extra negative?
Yep.
Jay Thomas says Arch is secretly a character from Ray Stevens' 70s song, Junk Food Junkie, professes healthiness while gorging on Twinkies. I like it. Max says sixth leading cause of death in Canada is euthanasia from the government, which is they encourage you when you call their hotline. What?
Yeah.
Nate.
Yeah.
There was a horror story about that where a guy was in a wheelchair and he requested the government put a wheelchair ramp in for his house. And the government retorted by saying, "Have you considered killing yourself?"
They did the same with like people who can't afford rent and stuff too. Like just like down on their luck, from what I understand. Blabs, you probably know,
true.
right?
Yeah, no, it's true. They do that. I actually have a similar story about the whole mental health care stuff in Canada. I had a friend who brought himself into the hospital because he was very unaliving. And they were like, "Nah, you're cool. You're fine, bro." 48 hours later, he was gone. So the mental health care in Canada, not really there.
Well, Canada, everybody.
Yeah.
Crumb says for $5.60 says, well, here's 1,000th of your medical bill, Craig. Hope you managed to stay in business. Hey, thanks, Crumbs. Appreciate that greatly. Joey says Canada's healthcare reminds me of Puerto Rico's healthcare. It's difficult enough to find a doctor, and when you do, the appointments are a year from now. Yikes. Mercenary says Blabs is fired. Hi, Arch. SKG definitely made the deep state mad. Stop killing games. This collective shout are just puppets. It is the Davos people who own the payment processors we have to face with. Montez, thank you, Mercenary. He also says, as for Anita, the enemy of my enemy is my enemy. And Marius says, Craig will have both of his copies of Concord to help. Yeah, I'll have to.
All $50 worth.
That's right. Now $25 each.
Yeah, well, two. So, yeah.
Inu came back, says most people that get that wage don't really earn it. People that make that amount of money have thousands of people who actually do the work, to be fair. We have this. I don't even know what's happening right here. Reverend says this, Arch. What is that?
Is what? I'm looking for something to see.
Yeah, so
he
on
probably
stream,
can't see
Craig.
that.
It's on stream. I already can't see that. Sorry about that. Reverend, I can't feed that to Arch. I'm sorry, but thank you very much for your support. He just says, keep being awesome, y'all. Hey, we will. Thank you very much. At least as best we possibly can. The Grateful Gamer says Nickelodeon's Doug had a song called Killer Tofu dedicated to Oreo. It's a banger track that has an extended complete version available on YouTube. Interesting. Okay. Speedy Cake says, any chance we can get a Wile E. Coyote Montez, where instead of a rock crushing him, we have Montez land on him? It's pretty funny. I like it, Speedy Cake.
I'm actually looking forward to the movie, like the Coyote versus Acme one. I saw the trailer the other day, and it does look like the kind of zany old school fun, the cartoon character with real people thing that we used to have back in the day. I'm hoping it'll be good.
It's good. Arch says, Ian came and says, Arch orders like one chicken sandwich, please. No bread or sauce. Is that how you order things, Arch?
I would never eat a chicken sandwich. That's weird. You could have salmonella.
Do you
in
like
it.
cucumbers?
No.
Oh, okay.
Lord, it's ridiculous.
I love this episode.
Graham says, don't apologize, Arch. No one needs to take food advice from someone who advocates for cucumbers on a taco. Montez, let's go, Graham. Let's go. Let her know.
Shut up, Graham. Your name's Graham.
Don't be Graham, I got you, boy. Let's go. Come on, don't be like that.
I mean, she already demonstrated that Blabs was weird when she's like, do you put tomato sauce on bread? Like, no.
What?
Okay, Arch,
No.
now we're gonna fight. Okay.
Nobody does that. Nobody normal goes like, a jar of tomato sauce.
Are you kidding me? First of all, a nice warm tomato sauce. You add some spices to it.
Warm? It's supposed to be cold. What's wrong with you?
What the fuck? You eat cold tomato sauce? Oh my god. Why are you like this? What the fuck? Arch, what happened to you? Were you dropped on your head or something?
Yeah, like, even chat wants cold too.
No,
Arch,
it's
Arch,
not
hold on.
ketchup.
Yes, yeah, exactly. He's speaking of ketchup, not tomato sauce.
Ah, God.
Arch, I'm gonna tell you right now. Just flying you over, we're gonna fly you here, and we're going to feed you till you're stuffed like a big old fat piggy. And I can't wait
Not if
because
this
you're
is
gonna
the food. I'll be too
No,
busy vomiting.
No,
Oh, you won't?
No, Arch. You will. Your entire palate will be expanded.
Can I
beyond
make you
anything.
pesto? I'm really good at my pesto. It's fresh
Is that
basil
the
and
green
everything.
stuff?
The green stuff. The green stuff, he says. Yeah, there's basil in it. Okay. There's some garlic.
I'm gonna bring a big block of brown cheese, and every time you want to feed me something, I'm gonna have you just bite into that cheese as reparations.
Why? Is it terrible?
Yes.
Then why you want? I'm trying to feed you good stuff, and you want to make me eat bad stuff. Why? That's not a
sound like
trade-off.
good. It sounds
This
like
is
an
so
offense.
rude. I thought we were friends. I even said happy birthday to you on Twitter with a My Little Pony gif, and you want to make me eat bad cheese? I'm an Italian, and you want that? It's offensive.
It'll be a brand new form. Like Sagan was here the other weekend. He ate brown cheese, and he was like, "Yes, this isn't the worst thing ever." So there you go. It's not the worst thing ever. Certified by a Brit.
But like Brits don't know what food is either.
Exactly. If a
This
Brit
is
can say it's not the
terrible.
worst thing ever, it's got to be fairly okay. Because he's got experience in the worst food.
Marmalin says, need a show with Blabs judging people's eating habits. First guess, Arch, side dishes content, in my opinion. Just judging everybody. Ugh. JJ says, Blabs should show up on the Saturday Archcast shows, educates Arch on food, banned with Loom Loom against the food snob. Only risk is to Blabs' innocence and sanity. Thanks, JJ.
That's true.
Dave says, Blad's blub is up. She's bringing the Italian fire and schooling Arch on matters of food. And she is fiery today, folks.
Yes.
And Ranger George says, your name's Graham. What the heck, Blaz? My first name is Graham. Scottish version of Graham. People like you are why I go to my middle school name of George, or my middle name of George. Shame on you. I used to like you. Montez.
No, you're all right. You're all right. You're all right. Even though your name is Graham.
I got you. I got all our Graham friends out there, all right? Ridiculous. Unreal, Blabs. All right, let's continue. Let's do our best to move on after that, all right? By the way, I was talking to Sam, our social media guy. He handles all of our YouTube and stuff, and he goes, show yesterday was really good. Couldn't really grab anything from it, but I really enjoyed listening to it. There's not really a whole lot of things we can clip out of it, but it was, it was a good show. I was like, oh, okay. Well, so make sure you guys show up live, I guess, which is good. Graham came back with the 10, says, I didn't die and came back to take a crap for my, I didn't die and come back to take crap for my name, Blabs. At least get creative, Blabs. I know you can do better. Montez. That's right. Graham survived an OD.
That's
Graham,
right.
Let's go.
Congrats, Graham, for
go.
surviving.
Okay, let's go and move on and talk about our thumbnail story today. A little bit of background here. Let's talk about this dude, Joey Swoll.
Hold on.
Yes.
I just want to point out,
yes,
we're an hour and 10 minutes in. We've just hit the first story.
Yes.
No, the first story was Oreos. Keep up, Arch. Just because it's 52 doesn't mean
That's not
shit.
a story. Nobody cares about fucking peanut butter cookies.
Hey, listen, Arch, it took us on a 33-minute this segment about nonsense where we ended talking about ketchup and the difference between ketchup and pasta sauce, I guess.
You're going to have another conversation with Sam to like, great show. Nothing to clip.
Couldn't take shit. That's right. All right. Let's talk about the big trending story over the last 24 hours, and that is Joey Swoll. Have you guys heard of Joey Swoll before?
I think I've seen him on Twitter or something giving very lukewarm takes in his car or something like that.
Yeah, so the whole idea, as you can see here, 5.4 million followers over on Instagram. This guy is blown up in a major way over on X. He has another 1.1 million followers. I mean, this guy is massive, right? Not just in his physical size, but also his audience. Another 502,000 subscribers over on YouTube. This guy is both big physically. Right? Now, There was a noticeable death in the world of entertainment this past week in the form of a professional wrestler. Do you guys remember who that was, Arch?
Hulk Hogan.
That's right. The Hulkster. Oh, yeah, brother. Now, look, we've kind of said what we wanted to say about Hulk Hogan, and Joey Swoll did as well. He actually made a video talking about how Hulk Hogan inspired him to get into weightlifting. And without Hulk Hogan, he would have, he wouldn't be as big as he is. He wouldn't have got into weightlifting, and he certainly wouldn't have been able to spread the positivity that he's been able to spread. Because Joey Swoll, his content is built around the idea that he recognizes things like, you see these ladies go into the gym and they're filming themselves, and some guy will kind of casually look, and then they turn around, they go, "Are you looking at me?" And they, and then he calls them out and be like, "No, they're just, they're looking in a gym," and he just kind of calls out the nonsense, and it's done exceptionally well for him. But his message consistently has been do better. You need to do better. And he has this very positive, I'm never going to give up message. Now, there's a lot of irony here.
Sense a plot twist coming.
Yes, Arch, you are familiar with how I set up these stories, because Joey Swoll, after praising Hulk Hogan, did a live stream and has since gone on to now apologize to this right here. Let's go and see Joey Swoll's apology video here and kind of how he reacted to all this.
I owe my followers, my community, and all of social media an apology. A few days ago, I reposted an old video of me in the gym wearing a Hulk Hogan Halloween costume on the day that he passed. Last night in my live stream, a lot of people expressed how upset and frustrated they were with me that I had posted that. Instead of listening and understanding like I should have, I became defensive and said that I was posting to celebrate the wrestling icon, the person that so many of us looked up to as kids that we grew up with, that made us tear our shirts and take our vitamins and say our prayers. I didn't know to the extent of all the horrible things that he had done. Since last night, I have done a lot of research, talked to a few people, and learned all of the horrible, horrible things that man has done, which is way more than just making a mistake and being human. So because of that, I have taken the videos down, and I apologize to anybody that I offended. I am sorry. Also, during last...
So there's the first part. He's been educated.
He has been educated, and all of the good things that Hulk Hogan has done has now disappeared because somebody told him he did bad things.
That's right.
That's right. So your admiration of the man clearly wasn't all that deep. So you were wearing that T-shirt as not as a genuine expression of sympathy or like for the man or admiration. You were wearing it because it was popular, because it was the good thing to do at the time. And now it's not popular anymore. Oh, that's too bad. If only we could be fake fucking... Can't use that word on YouTube. Proceed before I say something else.
A fake... You mean Mama Muffin?
Yep. Mama Muffin.
Yes.
Right.
There you go.
That's right. So yes, he was educated, and this is something that, like I said, I've dealt with this before, right? I have a personal story in a situation like this where back at my previous brand, at Game Attack, the whole George Floyd thing happened, and we did a podcast just like this where there was 4 dudes talking about the George Floyd thing, and I said, look, I'm going to keep treating people like I've always have. I'm going to treat people. I'm going to follow the idea of Martin Luther King and judge people by their character, not the content of their skin. And that was not good enough for some people, and they tried to educate me as well. And so much so that my business partner said, "Why don't you just apologize? Just apologize." And my response was, "Apologize for what? I have nothing to apologize for." And ultimately I ended up leaving that company because of that. Because what you see here is somebody who has since apologized for this. And now all of a sudden, all that good grace is going out the window, Arch. Let's go and finish hear the rest of his apology here before we continue.
Tonight's live stream, I used the word colored instead of saying person of color, which is a very outdated, very offensive term. A few moments later, somebody educated me and told me that it wasn't okay to use that.
Once again, the word somebody educated me. Love that.
which I immediately apologized to everyone and said I would never do that again. So once again, to anybody that I offended, I am sorry. You know, my whole page, my whole brand is based on holding people accountable and doing better. I would be a hypocrite if I didn't hold myself to the same standards. I am human, I am still growing, I am still learning, and I promise all of you, I will do better. I have nothing but love and kindness in my heart. I will continue to try to make the world a better place. And once again, to everybody, I apologize.
So
Here's the problem too, because he goes in there like, my brand. Yeah, no, that's right. You're not a human being. You are a brand. Shut up, brand.
Well, the response to this and his response as a brand has gone over about as well as a brick being thrown in the ocean. It is just sunk to the bottom, and people have rejected this. So it's one of those things where, and we see this with American Eagle right now, where people are attacking them because of the Sydney Sweeney ad. And the best thing you can do is just be like, yeah, go F yourself. You know, I'm not going to apologize for this. And he has apologized. And he apparently is been bombarded now, not just from the one side, but now the other side, who is saying, hey, what are you doing? It's the worst idea ever. You're bending your knee to these people who they're not fans of your content to begin with. They never watched you to begin with. They've never been in a gym before. They're just complaining because they're looking for something to complain about over here. So look, I think the messaging on this guy's, like his idea of like never giving up and doing better, you know, when it comes to being in the gym and gym culture, I think it's actually very positive. But he has stepped into a landmine here, and he is facing the immense repercussions of it right here. And he sees it, and he's posted about this because he has followed up saying, after the tremendous backlash here, all the good I've done, all the people I've helped, all for nothing. I truly hope all the people I've inspired do great things in their life and pay it forward to help others and carry on the message. But no matter how much good you do, people just wait for a reason to hate you and tear you down. You either die a hero or live long enough to be the villain. Thank you for your support. I am done. Right here, alluding to quitting what he's doing and his, you know, almost 10 million followers over here. He followed up down here. This was what, 20 hours ago, and this is now just a few hours later. He actually had time to think about this right here. He says, a lot of people upset with me, calling me weak or a quitter or worse. They're not wrong, and I deserve it. But just so we're clear, you can walk a mile in my shoes. They've sent messages telling me they know where I live, and they know they were going to unalive me. That's fine. I can handle that. It's not my first time. Then they went after my girlfriend, my business partner, and they found my sister's number and text messaged her. That made me furious and disgusted with people. I lost it. So yeah, maybe I'm done with social media or need to take a break and get my head right. But I will say there's so many incredible people being supportive and telling me how much I've learned from them to be stronger and keep fighting. Thank you to everyone, even those giving me a kick in the ass, telling me to stop being weak and a quitter. You need to hear it once in a while. I just need to breathe right here. So
the thing here is, I don't like people like this. This is a boogie. He is a boogie. I guarantee you this is probably the worst human being you ever could conceivably imagine. He probably kills dogs. Okay?
Jesus Christ.
I was going to go worse, but I censored myself. But okay. Every single person who's like, oh, I'm just positive, happy, that's my brand. Yeah, it's their brand. It's all fake. I don't believe these people. They're not. This is not a principled position that he holds here. It is a popular one. Like, oh, my brand is positivity. I'm on brand. Yeah, I don't care. You're not a human being. And so you don't get any sympathy when you go, oh, but my fifis. I don't fucking give a shit. You're a corporation. You're a company. Fuck you. I don't believe you. Again, maybe
so
I'm being incredibly uncharitable.
How do you really feel about it, Arch?
Like, and again, I might be being incredibly uncharitable. Maybe he is actually that big of a fluffy muffin, but I fucking doubt it. Every person who has had this brand on social media has turned out to be a shitwit.
Well, For the record and for legal purposes, we do not believe that Joey Swolls kicks dogs.
Kills.
Oh,
But-
sorry, kills. Yeah, just for reference. He may, but that's all Arch's.
So I have a point to this. So this guy is kind of a shorty. He's a short king. He's like 5'6". For someone who does all these weightlifting and super duper macho, he's a shorty. And his name's Joey. Have you ever met a Joey who wasn't a dick?
Yeah, I mean, I met some Joeys that are nice dudes. But I mean, I've never met a Joey who has 5 million subscribers over on Instagram or whatever. That
I don't know. He just reaps of the whole, tiny man syndrome.
Well, yes, he's what, 5'4", 5'5", right? He's tiny, and that's how.
5'6".
Yeah, okay, he's super tiny.
He's a little
But
shorty.
your theory is interesting, Blabs. The idea that all Joeys are bad.
Well, it's just I've met so many douchebags named Joey, and I'm like, is this the name? Are they what is this?
This is a very American Italian name, which is bad.
Extremely judgmental, Blabs, today.
Yeah. What else is new?
Well, going back to this, you can see the original tweet that he had. All the good I've done, all the people I've inspired. Well, Shad came in and delivered the exact same thing to him, just in the terms of Hulk Hogan. Says all the good Hulk Hogan did, all the people he helped, all for nothing. I truly hope all the people he inspired to do great things in their life and pay it forward to help others and carry on the message. But no matter how much good he did, people like Joey Swoll wait for a reason to hate Hulk Hogan. And the very week he died and tear him down. You either die a hero or live long enough to be the villain. I hate hypocrisy, and you are completely oblivious to it right there. Good stuff, Shad. I think that's
he's on point, but it isn't even because he's hypocritical. It's because Joey Swoll doesn't have any principles. He doesn't have any convictions. He is brand. That's why he says, I wear the Hulk Hogan short, because it's brand. He's popular and he's dead now, and so I must be brand represent. And then somebody critiques brand. And then he goes again, like, brand doesn't like this. Brand stands against racism. Fake fucking people. I hate these people.
Yeah, it comes off as very inauthentic when his entire brand is authenticity. And it's being pointed out by a lot of people online. You see Eric July from the Ripperverse. This is corny over here. I agree. Tectone Blabs, go on to read this one in your best Tectone voice.
I can't do Tectone voice. I'll just do normal. Apologizing to these unreasonable retards when you did nothing wrong makes it worse for everyone else who has to deal with them in the future. Joe, I think you're a good dude, but you fucked up bending the knee this time. You need to do better.
Agreed. Smash, bringing it back to video games, says we got ourselves another Splitgate situation. Never apologize to these weirdos. How many times? Jeez, yes. Never, ever stinking apologize. And this one, this has 111,000 likes on it. This next tweet I'm going to show you right here, 111,000 likes. And this, I think, sums it up best. Imagine being bullied into apologizing about grieving someone you idolized as a kid. Like,
yeah.
And there's the thing, too. That's why I don't think he idolized him. I think that's yet again brand. This seems like a popular thing to say right now. Don't like these people.
For a guy whose brand is all about being authenticity and authentic in a situation, this comes off as not that by any means. And maybe he does kill dogs, Arch. Who knows? maybe it's just kits. I don't know. Kittens. Who knows? You guys have a lot to say about this, so let's just see what you guys had to say as well. Erikai says they don't want to be judged by their character because they're terrible people. Yes, Erikai, it's great to see you again. How are you, friend? With the $20 super. Tenarian says, since Arch is on, here's a picture of Rarity plushie that has a nice Polish girl made me over a decade ago. What is there's a picture here?
Yeah, hang on, I can pull it up right now for you. Phoenix, share my screen, please.
Okay,
that is surprisingly good, actually. Yeah. Now it does look like a towel.
Yeah,
which immediately makes me want to wipe my ass with her hair.
Throw a towel on it.
Why are you wiping your ass with a towel like that? Like,
you don't wipe your.
Well, what's the context here? Taking a shit or showering?
Shower.
Okay. Okay, just we're on the same page here. I don't know, man. I'm like, do you wipe your ass after shitting with a towel?
At least I'd wash the towel afterwards. Not inconceivable, but it'd be a bit weird. Not my first instinct.
We got a weird show here. I'll tell you that. We got a weird show here. Crazy.
Weird.
Oh, thank you. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Marmalin says, apologize for honest, true F-ups. Apologize for appeasance to the mob. You'll never be off that knee. Appeasing crocodiles is futile. Thank you, Marmalin. The guy says, all those muscles, roids, and still folds like a lawn chair to the mob. Let me tell you something, brother. You can push I see. Be better. Thank you, that guy. Ian came in with the €20 money. He says, I feel bad that he felt he had to quit social media, but those buzzwords made him sound like a proper silly muffin. That's right. Thank you, Ian. You are correct. And Marius says, did someone say Montez? Yes, we actually did hit our Montez goal, which is spectacular. And we still got a lot of show to go here. Phoenix, do the honors.
With the new system, here we go.
Let's go. Nice. Hey, there you go, Phoenix. Nice job. We do have another Montez goal set up for you guys. Let's do it on here on Arch's wonderful birthday. Let's get double Montez. All right, let's go. Delta says, Arch, yesterday Leaflet mentioned she had 2 cream pies back at McDonald's in Japan. Have you ever enjoyed a cream pie? Perhaps Craig could set you up when you come to the States. A mukbang of cream pies.
I have enjoyed making cream pies, but I have fortunately never had the dubious pleasure of receiving one. And I intend to keep it that way.
You made Craig leave. He hobbled away. Doesn't have 2 functioning legs.
That was an obvious setup. I am guiltless, blameless, and innocent.
You're not innocent. You say you like to bite and scratch.
No, I didn't. I was the one bit and scratched.
Oh, right. Okay.
I disapproved of the biting and the scratching.
Anyway.
Tenarian says, Oreos aren't that big here because our cookies are better. I don't get how Americans get so fat on inferior cookies and chocolate. It must be the also inferior ingredients in your fast food. All correct. Tenarian says, socialized healthcare isn't ideal, but at least we don't get hit with possibly life-ruining bills. The ideal system doesn't exist at the moment, in my opinion. And then he also said, mixing foods is fine with me as long as you can still make out the different ingredients. Otherwise, it's just slop. Personally, I prefer to keep it simple for the most part. Thank you, Tenarian. I feel like you and Arch are on the same page here.
Nothing's worse than sloppy cream pies.
Can we go back to talking about omelets?
Mercenary says, Arch, my brand is... Arch says, Arch, my brand is 2 middle fingers at this. Thank you very much, Mercenary. That's good. Good. We do see all your supers. We're going to get to all of them as we go. Joseph says, on the slight delay for the Feed Arch Some Brisket Fund. Montez, let's go. Yes, we'd love to do that. We've got to feed Arch a little bit of brisket. Thank you, Joseph. All right, we're going to get all your supers. Man, you guys have been incredibly wonderful today. We appreciate that. But first, let's move on to our next story here. And this has to do with what's going on overseas and with the potential of trickling on over here. Now, we saw this story about the UK Online Safety Act. Arch, are you familiar with what's going on over there?
Yes, the British are going to protect the children from fake rape on the internet whilst allowing them to be exposed to real rape in real life.
That's
the
right.
British are strange people.
Yes. So big daddy government coming in, and the people have said, whoa. We're not into this idea here. And they actually signed a big petition saying, it had to have 100,000 signatures over here, and it blew past it. Last I saw was actually over 400,000. And the government did respond. And we actually briefly touched on this a couple days ago, but we didn't actually get to their response. Their response in all these words is pretty much just shut up and take it here. They said the government has no plans to repeal the Online Safety Act and is working closely with Ofcom to implement the act as quickly and effectively as possible to enable UK users to benefit from its protections. That is the word of the government saying, shut up, we know better, silly idiots over here. Now, Arch, I thought you had a really interesting take on this on X over here, where I think you pretty much nailed this here. Did you see this tweet?
Ah, yes, I did see it. I made it. That's me.
Yes, I know. Yes. I'll let you read it in your own voice, Arch.
Anyone from anywhere can claim access to the UK's health service with zero documentation, but UK citizens have to scan their face to see cartoon tits online.
That's right. That's right. Well, this is a giant trickle-down effect across all media and entertainment, especially if you're in the UK and have a VPN. Because one of the parties, I don't know what party this is. I don't know what the Labour Party is. Is that the equivalent of like Democrat or Republicans?
Neither. Communists.
Okay. Well, they are considering a VPN ban following the Online Safety Act here. This according to GB Politics. So VPNs now, because you could hypothetically say you're in Guam or Fiji or America to still see access to these things. But VPNs are now the enemy, Arch. I don't know if you saw this. This was posted earlier. This is one of the... does anybody know who this guy is?
Looks like some sort of an MP, I'd guess.
Random, maybe an NPC, if you will. Let's see what he has to say about how the dangers of VPNs.
For everybody who's out there thinking of using VPNs, let me just say to you directly, verifying your age keeps a child safe, keeps children safe in our country. So let's just not try and find a way around. Just prove your age, make the internet safer for children, make it a better experience for everyone. That's surely what we should aspire to in this country.
So, hey, Arch, would you please think of the children here?
I believe that children should be sent to work in the mines at the tender age of 6 to teach them valuable life lessons about suffering, pain,
oh yeah,
and earning your own money. I believe that children should be abused significantly more than they are today, so I disagree with this on a fundamental level.
Won't somebody please think of the children?
I think of this every time. This is Simpsons, and the irony of all this is this was kind of meant to mock conservatives back in the 90s, right? This idea of think of the children and oh my gosh, and like that is such flipped. And I guess I don't know what the Labour Party is. Archie, you said that they're like the psycho socialist weirdos.
Yeah, communist, basically. But
okay.
Again, like, that's the thing, because the goal here isn't to protect children. Like, you proving your identity doesn't protect a child. How the fuck does that track? Okay, so if I'm old enough to watch pornography, that means that a child will go, I don't know how. I don't even know how to make a hypothetical about how that could protect a child, honestly. Unless I'm planning to molest the child, which I have no immediate plans, so
oh,
yay.
That's good. That's good.
It's about power, because it's not even about the pornography or that. It's the fact that now the government can determine exactly what children see. They are the ones who determine what is and is not harmful. So things like protest against the government, harmful. Critique of immigration policies, harmful. And now that the voting age in the UK is 16... it's awfully coincidental that the government has decided it needs more control over what 16-year-old to 18-year-old children sees. Yeah, no, this is not about protecting children. This is about political power and cementing it.
Well, this is has a trickle-down effect to video games here as Xbox begins rolling out age verification checks with the social features disabled or limited to friends in the UK from early 2026, unless you provide an ID, live photo, mobile number, or a credit card here. So this will trickle down to video games across the board, and to where most of you are watching this show right now on YouTube, as YouTube has trickled down. This has been this will be a continuous thing. Not only it comes down to control, as you mentioned, Arch, but YouTube will begin using AI to monitor user behavior and psychology to determine whether viewers in the US are over or under the age of 18 years old. So they're going to be using AI to target that. So what if a user's under 18, Arch? You know, like, do they get to watch side scrollers?
I also love the idea of using AI to determine their psychology. So somewhere, there's a ginormous data center that uses gigajoules of power on the hour. It's analyzing your post, counting how many times you say cringe, and determining if you're 16 or not.
1000%. How it works: we will use AI to interpret a variety of signals that help us determine whether a user is over or under 18. These signals include types of videos a user is searching for, the categories of videos they have watched, and the longevity of the account. When the system identifies a teen user, we'll automatically apply our age-appropriate experiences and protections, including disabling personalized advertising, turning on digital well-being tools, and adding safeguards to recommendation, including limited repetitive views of some kind of content. If the system incorrectly estimates a user is under 18, they will have the option to verify that they are over 18 or such as using a credit card or a government ID. So that gives up another situation. This person says, I'm sure YouTube will false flag a lot of adults just so they can collect IDs for the Google overlords over here. Interesting point right there from Tris. So
also, digital well-being tools.
Yes.
That's awfully Orwellian sounding, isn't it?
It's creepy.
Our well-being tools.
Also, point out how many like children, or I should say, how many adults have the maturity level of a child these days, right? Or their IQ is so low that it's like you're gonna be false flagging all these adults thinking they're actually like children. Meanwhile, it's like some 45-year-old grown ass man named like Vincent or something.
Joey.
Yeah, fuck them Joeys. Just kidding. The Joeys in the chat are nice. Exception.
But seriously, like there is a lot to that. There's a huge group of people that have arrested development. They are not. They have the mentality of a 16 or 17-year-old kid over here, and they are 25 years old. You know, I think it's definitely something to consider. But yeah, guess what? All you need to do is show Daddy Google your ID.
Crazy.
Just letting you know, it's good. This from CBS News says YouTube to roll out new AI-powered technology aimed at identifying teen users over here. The story here, and this is directly from the YouTube blog. Extending our built-in protections to more teens on YouTube. Hey, it's all about protection, guys.
It's for the children.
That's right. Always, always, always thinking about the children right here. So this is like when we say a slippery slope, this is a slippery slope that's happening in the UK that is going to slope all the way across all sorts of media. And the fact that the UK government just rejected any sort of conversation about this, like the whole 100,000 signature thing is really funny because they said, well, yeah, we'll take your 100,000 signatures, and then they'll crumple it up, you know, wipe their butt with it, and then throw it out the Parliament window. Like there was zero discussion when it comes to this, and the fact that the actual, I guess it was signed as a larger entity, but it was written as an individual. I want to know specifically who wrote that retort and who was involved in that, because that's who people should be looking at when it comes to the retort and the response to the just the audience saying absolutely not. So what a mess. And you guys living in the UK, man, I hope one day, you know, look, we don't have any kids watching side scrollers, right? We know our audience, you know, but maybe you want your kids to watch with us because you want to have nice food talk and you want to learn about Joeys and stuff. And maybe you won't be able to.
Eating baby kangaroos, obviously.
Yes. Ian says, I was blocked on X for seeing images on a thread about Picasso paintings. Thank goodness the kids are safe. Jesus, Ian.
What?
Commodore fan says, thoughts on Tor browser and the Onion network. What happened there? Did the Onion get shut down or something? But see if you can do a little digging on that.
I think he means your opinion on using it.
I don't know what the Onion network is. You guys have any idea what that is?
Onion network? Isn't that
I thought it was a satire site.
No. It's Tor. It's dark web browser.
Oh.
Yeah, he's basically asking your opinion on the Tor websites.
I legitimately have no opinion on it. I don't know.
I know a little bit about it. Like the problem is, eventually it's probably going to be the internet, because right now the Tor browsers are usually connected to like crazy people who think the government are tracking them, etc., and a fair few people who want to access content of dubious, questionable legal nature, and so on. But now that the internet is getting ever more restrictive, I mean, shit, okay. The dark web will become the internet because it's still the wild, wild west. And we had a whole discussion about this in the Archcast last week, that just like 10, 15 years ago, pretty much everything went on the internet. So long as it wasn't illegal, you could do and access just about everything. It was genuinely free. But then we started to look at a couple things that were like, well, that's a little bit distasteful. We will just remove that, but only that. But the moment you start removing something, you open the door for the next thing. And then, oh, that's a little distasteful. Then we remove that. And so on and so on and so on, until we end up with, no, scan your face to access the internet, bigots.
Yeah, well, it's that's where we're getting to. It's going to be face scans. It's going to be, like we're already seeing that was thrown out there for the UK. You got to scan your face. You want to look at the corn, One final change. I posted on X that the world was healing, but apparently it's not. Apparently YouTube has lifted ad restrictions on strong profanity at the start of videos. Did you guys see this?
I mean, I don't mind, I guess. Fine. But it's one of those things where, like, that should never have been a thing to begin with. So I'm feeling like the child who had his candy taken away. Now the adult has eaten half of it. It hands by the red, like, here you go.
So previously you couldn't curse or have bad words in the first like 7 seconds or you get demonetized. This was kind of jarring. This right here. This is a dude who works at YouTube. He's the head of monetization. Did you guys see this video?
No, I haven't.
No.
So he's kind of explaining what's happening here. And the long and short of it is that advertisers have more options on how they'd like to present their ads. So like, maybe they want cussing in there or some sort of more hard content. But in this video, he's like, what specifically are you talking about? Well, let's hear him talk about this.
So keep it coming. So what do we mean by strong profanity? Moderate profanity is words like asshole or bitch. Strong profanity includes words like fuck. I don't think we need to use more examples, but you get the idea.
I giggled hearing YouTube guy say that.
Thanks, YouTube.
Yeah, appreciate that. So
also, fuck is a strong profanity now.
Yeah, that Arch, that's kind of the biggest of all profanities. Is it not?
That's just a core part of my vocabulary, but
Yep, I get it. Well, there we go. So congratulations. The restrictions are being tightened and the restrictions are also being loosened when it comes to potty words.
Very counterproductive.
Yes.
Doesn't make any sense.
It's good.
I love how red he is too. He says fuck and the Californian reddens.
He looks like a tomato.
Yeah.
Like a conservative Christian being shown a picture of Satan. Like, my God, no.
Commodore says, Tor and Onion Network routing as a VPN alternative, it makes your IP shown as random numbers. You just don't sign into anything and hide yourself. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Thank you. Good to know. Matt Hatter says, YouTube is changing the cursing rules so they can change them again later and demonetize a bunch of channels. Oh, yeah, right. The old rug pull. Max says, yeah, keeping those biometrics data and photos went so well for the TAP people. Make sure modern Microsoft and governments are so much better at protecting it. Thank you, Max. Good point. Mercenary says, the government's saying it's for kids' safety. I would sooner believe that the black helicopters that the CIQ are hovering overhead to put Nintendo ninja lawyers into vaccines than saying the sky is blue. Okay, Mercenary, thank you very much. Mozambique Enjoyer says, joke's on them. I'm mentally 50 years old now thanks to all this damn cringe. Just like Arch here on this wonderful birthday here. By the way, we're at 4 of our goal of 10 yellow supers here to get a second Montez to celebrate Arch's birthday over here, which is just wonderful. Angry Salt Shaker came in and says, identity thieves are looking at the UK and licking their lips. That type of crime is going to skyrocket when all the IDs are kept into poorly secured databases, if secured at all.
Yep, I mean, that's the second thing as well. Do you trust your government to keep track of all of this?
No. Tenarian says, anyone ever notice how democracy, which is supposed to serve the majority, is constantly being used to benefit the minority? When people who are supposed to serve their own country instead decide to aid foreigners, that's called treason. Poppy! Thank you, Tenarian, for your support today. It's awesome. There's Poppy. Hey, what's up, Poppy? Great to see you. Yeah, some coffee for you, Arch. What do you think about that?
I bet you Arch doesn't even like coffee.
I don't.
Do you like tea?
No.
Do you like
Gay
milk?
water. No.
Orange juice?
No.
Apple juice?
I hope you just keep listing things.
No.
Cranberry juice?
That's just weird.
Beer?
Nope.
Wine?
No.
Champagne?
No.
What do you drink?
I don't mind some sort of forms of liquor.
Like?
We had a cherry liquor that was pretty good.
Okay. You have a name for it?
No.
Arch, are you a robot? That's why Arch doesn't celebrate birthdays. It's humanoid robots.
I feel like it'd be a lot easier to just ask him things that he does like instead of me listing a whole bunch of things, because it seems like he doesn't like
that's
anything.
why I asked. What is the weirdest thing that you eat? I'm just curious, like what he defines as the weirdest.
Yeah, probably like rice balls or something.
I haven't eaten anything weird over here. We just eat normal food.
We eat fish.
Okay.
Like the
With,
rest
like-
of you.
Okay.
Don't you have like smelly fish or sheep thing you were talking about once years ago?
We do, but it's not like common
Yeah,
food.
but it's still weird.
Oh, it's entirely normal.
You don't even like it.
Well, no, but it is entirely normal.
That defeats the purpose.
Okay, let's go keep on moving on.
You hurt my brain, Arch.
Quick reminder that coming up after the show in about an hour and 10 minutes, I will be streaming live over at Side Scrollers Plus playing the hot new game, Grandpa High on Retro. Looking forward to doing that very, very shortly. I'd like to invite you over to Side Scrollers Plus. If you're on the fence, you're saying, hey, we'd love to support these guys and the mission that they're on of restoring common sense, which we've done a pretty good job of that. If you like what we do, consider joining over at Side Scrollers Plus for just $1. Use promo code $. You get access to all of our partners, all of our shows, and our special events, which once again, we're going to be announcing a new special event coming up on Friday. So looking forward to telling you guys more about that and some of the participants who will be a part of that. It's going to be great. It's going to be good. Once again, use promo code $. All right, well, you can save, I'll tell you what, this may be a better use. Side Scrollers Plus is definitely a better use of your $1 than the new game that Blabs very much is excited to check out. She's been waiting to talk about this for multiple days. Ladies and gentlemen, do you recall Tales of the Shire, a Lord of the Rings game, was recently released, Blabs?
Yes, yesterday this was actually launched, but if you guys remember, this video game was delayed at least 3 times, I think it is in total, or 2 or 3 times, and it's still done terribly well, hasn't it?
Yeah, this has not done very, very well. Arch, Are you familiar? Did you see this game when it was?
He's been playing it, haven't you, Arch?
It just looks weird. I don't know who it appeals to, really.
It's supposed to be like an Animal Crossing, one of those cozy type games. And it did have, like, in my opinion, I think a game like this for Lord of the Rings should have done well if, one, the graphics looked nice, two, there wasn't all the bullshit surrounding this game, all these inserts that were unnecessary. You could have had something, like, the concept was great and the execution was just a total colossal failure, in my opinion. Like, this could have been something interesting, but no.
But I hate Animal Crossing.
Right, so this game clearly not for you. I've never even played Animal Crossing, right? But I would play something like this because, like, hell yeah, I live in the Shire now. Let's go. I would have tried something like this. But also the price range for something that looks like shit is insane.
Those graphics. It's like somebody looked at Gandalf and thought to themselves, can we Twinkify him somehow?
Exactly. And it's already on sale. That's hilarious.
Oh my God.
Set off.
This is $35?
That's what I'm saying. Like, the price for this is outrageous. It's unfair.
Wow.
I'm not for it. I will not be
Well-
playing this game. What a waste of money.
Well, let's play the over-under game. Let's see how many people are playing the game right now, Arch. Let's bust out the themes, Phoenix. Arch, how many people are playing Tales of the Shire right now? I'm going to tell you this right now. It's probably more than you think it would be.
Casual nonsense game set in Lord of the Rings that appeals to mentally unstable females. 11,000?
Ooh, okay, 11,000. Blabs, any guesses on how many people are playing Tales of the Shire right now?
I said a lot of morons are very excited for this game, so I'm going to say at least 2,000.
2,000 in Phoenix. I guess you can see my screen on the back end. So
No,
you
I'm not looking at it.
Okay.
I was going to say 2,000. I'm going to say then 1,750.
1,750. Well, as of right now, there are 4,631
Wow.
people playing Tales of the Shire on the second day of launch. Yesterday it peaked at almost 7,000 people. So it's doing better than Concord, which is great. So there's that. Now, the reviews to this game have not been very good at all. As you can see, lots of not recommended, about 50-50, although it does say
Pretty mixed.
Yeah, I'd say mixed, I guess, is the best way to say it right here. But a quick reminder here is that Tales of the Shire directly related to our good old friends at Sweet Baby Inc. They had a big part in this game. And you can add this one to the list of failures that Sweet Baby Inc. has been associated with. I don't understand how that company continues to get work. It doesn't make sense to me. Everything they've done has failed, and they still get work. Please, somebody explain that. Arch, do you have any idea why
Money
that would be?
laundering.
Well, this was probably greenlit quite a while ago, in all due likelihood. They did lose a fair few clients after the whole thing came out, and these days their name is pretty much synonymous with failure, and having their name publicized anywhere on your product will lead to a backlash campaign. So I doubt they'll be getting much more, unless they'll rebrand and just move the people over into other studios.
There does appear to be some kind of like social credit score with some companies. Like there's some they're getting money from somewhere to keep promoting this nonsense. That's what it seems.
Money
to
laundering.
be. Yeah, or money laundering. Yeah.
I mean, there has that could be the only explanation of this. I don't understand how, like, a company like this, you wonder how much a game like this costs to make. Well, I guarantee you 6,000 people playing it did not help make its money back. That's the most amazing thing about this to me is nothing about that makes sense. You can't sell less than 10,000 copies and make your money back on a game that cost, I don't know, a couple $1 million to make, I guess. You got a bunch of
and do it consistently.
Right. Yes, it's continuously failure all over and over and over again. By the way, Admin Leet says, have you discussed the sex toy in the WNBA game? So we talked about the WNBA yesterday, which is the women's basketball league here in the United States. We talked about that yesterday, and both videos, both the live stream yesterday and the standalone video we're going to make on that subject, got flagged by the WNBA immediately. So, but yes, did you see what happened at the WNBA game yesterday? Quick side note as we finish up on the Tales of the Shire story. Did you guys see what happened there?
With the weave, yeah.
No. This is another.
Were you talking about
incident
the
that happened.
green object that hit the floor? Is that what you're talking about?
Mhm. Yes. Did you did you see this, Blabs?
No, what are you talking about?
Well, yesterday at the WNBA game,
Do I want to know?
there was
can we
an
show
instance. I don't know if we can
I don't
show that.
think you should show
Starts
that.
with a D, ends with an O.
No, you can show that. Go ahead.
Wait, a player had this?
It was
Wow. It's colorful, isn't it?
yeah. So take that off now. Thank you, Blab.
Thanks, Phoenix.
Thank you. So yes, that was a thing.
I gotta make a joke about this.
Yeah, go ahead, Arch.
She made riding the bench a brand new experience.
Hey, let's go! Love that. I have a lot of questions about that. Obviously, number one, who threw it? Number two, when did they start thinking about this plan? Right. And number three, how did they smuggle that in through security? Lots of
Do you
questions.
think security would stop you for that, though? Like, you're going to a basketball game and you're bringing a luminescent green dildo. Is security going to be like, hold on, you can't bring that. It's a security risk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Could have been inserted and they waddled in.
Yeah, that too. I mean, there are places to hide stuff like that.
Aren't there, Arch?
There are, both for men and women, depending upon your proclivities.
That's the rumor. Well, it looks like it was thrown. I'm watching footage of it right now, and I can't pull it up because no, I don't think it'd be a good idea. It looks like it was thrown from an elevated position. It wasn't a courtside thing. Somebody wasn't sitting courtside and was like, "Here you go," and just kind of threw it down. Thrown from a higher spot. So, well, I'm just saying. There you go. So, congratulations to the WNBA for their feverish fans right there, which is great. All right. Mercenary says Sweet Baby Inc. is getting government/deep state money here. That's kind of the general thought. Tenarian came in at 5, says, I got a pamphlet in the mail from some German environmental organization pleading for us to stop killing dolphins. I rolled it up into a ball and chunked it over the fence into the neighbor's trash bin. Gave me a rolling start to the day. Let's go. Good for you, Tenarian.
It was Hayden Patnier, whatever her last name is. She was doing that with the dolphins.
Yes. Good old Hayden. Taker came in and says, nut scans for the win. That's for you, Arch. It's good.
Nut scans.
Mata says, hey, bada bing. What's the Haps crew? It's your fault, Craig. If you didn't want to be charged 50 grand, you shouldn't have just broken your leg. Insurance? What do you think they would cover it? Arrivederci. Yeah, I know. That was rough. I think that was the biggest thing was I pay almost $1,000 a month, guys, to have my family covered for insurance. And then none of that money that I pay to them actually goes towards the copay, which was just amazing. It's such a scam.
Well, you want to know something really great is that there's people who just get like Medicaid and stuff like that, and they pay zero for all of it, zero.
Maybe I'll need to find that Medicaid, make that happen.
Yeah,
I don't know. Can I do that? Am I allowed to do that at 44? Do I get Medicaid?
Yeah, you just gotta. I think you have to make depending where you are. I think you have to make under 13,000. So if you're not taking anything for the business, you may be.
Actually, I'm going to write that down.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I have not been paid in 2.5 years. So let's get a Medicaid.
Craig is unemployed.
Technically, I am. Yeah.
You will suddenly have the greatest insurance that has ever existed.
All right, nice. I'm writing this down. I'm gonna be like, I got hurt the other day. I got paid. I paid nothing. Let's go. All right, writing it down. Let's go. Abuse that system. That's true. I am not illegal, though. Am I, Megan? In the chat. All right. Blabs, do you have some of these supers pulled up by chance over on?
I can read some of them. I don't know if they're clearing for me though. Torgo the White says, Arch saying, I have to make a joke about this, like a robot saying initiating joke module. Aramis, for one, sent a big-ass one about the Tales of the Shire. Thank you very much, Aramis. Dizwiz says, happy birthday, my grumpy bye funny Uncle Arch.
Funny?
Benjamin says, Arch, hashtag curry fund. Reverend... Sorry?
I've already made the curry fund.
Oh, okay. Reverend Norse says, half of my previous message was in English, Greg. Don't be so scared of the Swedish that you tossed the whole message away.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Reverend.
Read.
I did read the English part. I did.
Graham says, yes, the same governments that cannot define woman but claim to support women's rights and also support mutilating kids, that's what we should trust to protect the children. GTFO, Montez. I agree with you there, man. Mercy says, it is one step forward, 30 giant Olympic leaps back. Chris says, war is coming to the UK, unfortunately after another Southport incident. Crumbs, for one, says, this isn't even about protecting anyone. They're just trying to harvest data. Someone well-connected is behind this AI that they want to plug into everything. Could be Elon Musk for all we know. Benjamin says, hashtag curry fund. All right. Thank you. Two's News for Town says it's not about the kids, it's about controlling the adults, especially arresting anyone disagreeing with the government. Yup. Dreg, not Craig, but Dreg says, if you want to know what Fed healthcare would be like in the U.S., would like to go talk to a vet, we will tell you how great the VA isn't. You know, the VA is not very good. Crumbs for Five says, if anyone from the government ever says something is for safety or protection, you should be terrified. Yep. Scarpy says, speaking hypothetically, Arch, is it a bad sign if you get a Space Marine Happy Meal toy?
Yes.
Tenarian, for one, I'd advise against the wiping with that plushie's hair. There are steel wires in it. You understand that, Arch? Don't wipe with that towel. Okay? Save your butthole.
Hashtag
All right.
save your butthole.
Save the buttholes. Lando says, I'm sad that Arch isn't a natural-born American citizen. Now we'll have to install him by force. Dave says, Blabs was a challenge. She's right about the Joeys. Joey says, my name is Joey and I'm a nice guy.
Good for you, Joey. Love that.
Rudy says, Joey's brand was calling out Karens. Now he's shown he's subservient to them. His audiences was gym bros. He might as well wear a dress now. He's done. Yeah, I agree with that. Benjamin says, we can't protest against the gov user arrested. Jared says, the correct response to Swoll's apology is the response he should have given to the weirdos trying to call him out. Yep.
Hey, Blabs, real quick. I just saw this as I was scrolling. I just saw Olive Garden, and I thought this may be worth sharing. I don't know if this is accurate or not, but this just says Olive Garden employee. I go and share Phoenix real quick. Yeah. Olive Garden employee. Why do you have 10 breadsticks in your pocket? Me. I've not seen this yet. This looks pretty funny.
Don't question my integrity. Don't question my motives. I'm standing for the Constitution, and I'm standing for what's right. And dear God, if you want to come at me that way, you're going to have to take it up with me, because there's too much on the line right now in America.
The breadsticks are pretty damn good. I'm just going to throw it out there. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, thank you, Cory Booker.
Commodore fan says, never apologize to the woke, as no matter what you do, it's never enough for them, and it will never be, as they are broken people. Total failure here. Miku says, Blabs hates John Graham, confirmed. Absolutely not. He's my favorite John. Take that. Commodore fan says, Craig, most of nieces and nephews' dad is fourth generation Mexican from Laredo, Texas, and they lived in Texas most of their lives, so they know Mexican food.
Oh, it has to do with his next...
Oh, here it is. I went to a real Mexican restaurant on Foley Beach, South Carolina. My niece got tacos. They served it with cucumber and radish slices on the side of its Mexican.
Bingo. On the side.
You can still have a cucumber with your tacos. Optimus Jedi says Blabs and Arch are food flirting. I am not food flirting. I am disgusted.
Hey, real quick. I want to be really clear on my stance on the cucumbers and tacos.
No.
Hold on. Solo me. Thank you. Number one, if you put cucumbers on your taco, you're wrong. Number two, if you want to put them on your taco, put them on the side of your taco, right? You can put dog meat on your taco. I don't care. But tacos do not have cucumbers on them. I don't care if your friend or your niece or your cousin or whatever lives in South Carolina makes good tacos. I don't care about that, right? I don't care. They're in South Carolina now. They've lost all credibility. Just throwing it out there. Okay, there you go. End of story.
Good now?
Continue, Blabs.
All right. Future for 2 says Fajoli's breadsticks is greater than Olive Garden breadsticks. Okay. Anyway, Marksman says it's true. Testican cancer causes bad back pain. Oh, the more you know. I went to the ER for heart palpitations in 2023 because I overworked myself through exercise. The labs I took in the ER cost about $40,000. Jesus Christ. Milkshakes. Ice cream. Thank you.
Yeah, yep. Yeah,
I'm sure Arch wouldn't know any about that.
Arch, have you ever had a milkshake?
No. Sounds
His milkshake
disgusting.
brings all the boys to the yard. Damn right. They're better than yours. Anyway, Mercenary says, Arch, all food is slop. Mixing food is God's law. Thank you very much. Sweet Potato Knight says, I would like Blabs and Olive Garden to be mixing. I don't. XX says, Arch, every time you come on the show, it's such a fucking treat.
Agreed.
It is.
Yes. Armis for one says, Arch, do you eat pies or stacked food together, or do you dissect it and eat it in stages?
If I was to eat pie, I would eat it in stages, but I don't.
Okay. Chris says, Archtism. The solution to the U.S. medical costs is abolish the cartel that is the AMA. YouTube Super Chat didn't like this message, by the way. Well, neither did StreamYards. I had to separate some words. Mercenary says, Canada wants to make euthanasia #1 solution. Suja says, make insurance companies into nonprofits. George says, Arch needs a loaded baked potato from the USA. That will be his way into actual flavored food.
Let's go.
Jose says, as a taco expert, cucumber does go in tacos in Mexico. Jonathan says, Craig and Blab should take Arch to a Texas barbecue and stream it. Let the man experience what real food tastes like. I'm down. Let's go.
See, Blabs doesn't hear the thousands of people screaming, you're an idiot. She only hears the 3 people that say she's right.
That's absolutely correct. Why would I want to listen to people insult me? Duh.
they're
Mr.
right.
Rich says, you shut up there, you and your little sippy cup. Mr. Rich says, I dip naan bread in chicken tikka masala sauce. Good. That's yummy. Yum. Okay. And Benjamin says, Arch, hashtag Najua Fund. It's an Italian pork spread. Najua? I don't even know what that is. Okay. And then Dev says, happy birthday, Arch. And then Benjamin says, happy birthday, Arch. There you go. And I think we are all caught up now.
Look at all the. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Caughtsies. Caught up.
Okay. I don't think that's what
I
you
was
said.
trying to do slang. I was caught up.
There's not a whole lot of slang.
I want to
there.
be down with the youth. Leave me alone.
Okay, sounds good. Arch, please tell everybody where they can find you, my friend.
You can find me on the Archcast on YouTube.
Easy peasy. Japanesey. How's the channel going? Are you experiencing what everybody else is going through?
Yep, everybody's having hard times on the YouTubes these days.
That's right. All right, guys, have a great rest of your day. I will be live in less than 1 hour. I have my video game controller out, ready to go. Look at that, an Xbox 360 controller ready to be plugged into my PC so I can play the super viral game, Grandpa High on Retro, coming up in less than an hour. I would love to invite you to join me live over at Side Scrollers Plus. Use promo code $, and join us over there. A couple of you guys have joined today. Thank you guys very much. I would love to see you in the chat. Say hello. It's a great place for us to connect and play some video games and stuff. You guys have a great rest of your day. Remember, if people are going to try to keep you down, don't let them. You guys got a goal. Go get it. See you guys later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Ciao.